Hey guys, on today's video, I want to talk about why I called my husband sir. So on this week's question video, I talked all about our rules of respect, and one of the rules that we have is that I call Coda sir. Saying yes sir or no sir when we are having conversation, when I am answering him directly, and especially when we are in moments of discipline. He really wants me to call him sir, and so I do. And so that's kind of the first thing, is that my husband wants me to call him sir, and I submit to his desires and decisions. And so I call him sir because he wants me to. But beyond that, I call him sir because it is an act of respect. It is respectful for me to call him sir. In our region of the country, it is very common for you to hear people refer to, especially older gentlemen, as sir, as an act of respect, as just a way to be polite. And so it is a very natural extension for me to honor and respect my husband by calling him sir, because that is something that's kind of common where we live. I have come to find out that this is very regional, so it's not something that is universal as far as being kind of more of a societal norm, if you will. I do think that calling people sir and ma'am out in public is becoming less and less common, but at least where we are, it is still common to hear that every once in a while. But if it's not common where you are in society, I can understand that maybe your husband doesn't feel comfortable with that, or maybe he doesn't want to be called sir. I really do suggest that you try to find something, some sort of title or accolade that you can use to kind of differentiate the respect you show for your husband versus how you interact and respect others. Because showing respect really is something that should be very obvious and very different when we are interacting with our husbands and our head of households. And so I call my husband sir because he wants me to, because it's respectful, and it also differentiates his position in our relationship. My husband doesn't call me ma'am. He doesn't really even have a pet name for me. I mean, there's a few times that he will call me something other than my name, but for the most part, he calls me by name. And so for me to call him sir, as an act of respect, it also differentiates that he is in a position of authority over me, and I am acknowledging his authority in conversation, in everyday moments, and I'm keeping that authority in the forefront of my mind every time that I call him sir. And so that's another aspect of calling him sir, is that it just differentiates his position over me and his position in the relationship. And because that differentiation happens, it places him in a position of authority. It communicates to him, I'm acknowledging your authority. It communicates to me that I'm acknowledging his authority. And it just creates a way to affirm the hierarchy of our relationship and the position that he holds and the position that I hold. It kind of affirms those positions in those small everyday moments outside of discipline, outside of, serving him or obeying the rules. It just creates this way to kind of continue to affirm how we interact in our relationship. And kind of the last thing that I will mention on this is I call him sir because he likes it. It's kind of interesting to me that we don't talk about our head of household's preferences as much as you think we would. We talk about how the rules are really good to create structure and how the standards are really good to, hold the taken in hand to a higher level of expectation. And we talk about how all of these things really do help the taken in hand and how it helps the relationship, but we don't necessarily, I think, give enough credence to the preferences of the head of household and the needs of the head of household. So this is just one aspect. There's a lot of different things in our relationship that exist merely because Coda prefers it. I really do want to keep his preferences in mind. I really do want him to create rules and standards and create structures according to his preferences. So when he asks me to call him sir because he likes it, I want to fulfill that request because I want him to feel respected. I want him to feel a connection to my submission. I want to affirm our roles in that way. I want to do all of the things that calling him sir does for our relationship, and I really want him to have that preference fulfilled. I want him to like the fact that I call him sir, and he does like it, and so because he likes it, I want to do it for him. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, leave a comment. All those things really do help out. And if you want to support the channel, support what we're doing, and get bonus content, a link to our Patreon is down below. Definitely check it out if you're interested, and we will talk to you next time.